Welcome back. Now for our first conversation this evening, several road safety campaigns were planned for the public holidays in the country, and as many residents usually travel back over their respective holidays, they are still obligated to adhere to the road rules at all times. Joining us to give us an assessment on the situation over the holiday period is Transportation Executive Officer at the Roads Authority, Sidney Boois. Mr. Boois, good evening and welcome to the Daily Roundup.
Good evening and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too.
Yes.
How would you evaluate the overall road conditions during the holiday period?
In terms of our national plan, we could really see some pockets of success, especially in terms of stakeholder collaboration between the law enforcement fraternity, or being it at roadblocks, visible patrols. In terms of some of the objectives, in terms of increased visibility, I think our motorists can attest to that they could see at least every 50 to 100 kilometers the highway patrols. In terms of the public education and awareness to make road users more aware on the road risk, we could see there's continuous engagement and at the different platforms. And then, of course, also the partnership and sponsorship, especially from the corporate citizens or the business community. You could see how they could join hands to make the festive season road safety campaign possible. So our overall assessment, of course, is cooperation from public members, where they could report even those unruly behavior on our roads. So generally, of course, halfway through the festive season, we could observe a steadily decline of matters relating to injuries, crashes, and fatalities. However, the situation changed a bit from the Christmas long weekend.
All right. Do you perhaps have statistics on the current count of road accidents reported up to this point?
We are not in a hurry to report on statistics now. As I said, the statistics towards the somewhere at the mid-December showed a steadily decline. The trends are still the same in terms of the types of crashes, which included a bit fatalities and serious injury-related crashes, which are your typical road collisions or collisions and rollover crashes. What worrisome at that point was, of course, the pedestrian-related crashes that increased quite with the number. So we will present the statistics by the end of the festive season.
All right. And what observations have you made regarding motorist compliance with road rules and regulations, and have any violations been noted?
Yeah, in terms of our MET assessment, we could observe a high compliance, one would say. We have to do the numbers other than just say we have unruly drivers. So from every 50 vehicles checked, you have literally 5 to 10%, if not less than 10% non-compliance. So that's high in terms of a 95% compliance on the part of road users. So we would use those samples to check compliance. However, issues of driver fitness, being it issues of drunk driving, being it unlicensed drivers, we are worrisome that owners of vehicles permit unlicensed drivers and make some lame excuses to get out of it. So that is quite worrisome. But also on the part of vehicle fitness, general issues relating to tire conditions and the likes were also picked up to be of concern. But over and above, we have high compliance on our roads. However, the 5% non-compliance, if an incident happens, it is normally quite serious.
All right. Now, as individuals return from their holidays, what cautionary message would you like to convey?
Over and above would be preparedness. We have to prepare to arrive alive, to travel back safe. So the same measures that we have put in place to get safe from point A to B, now from point B to C, if we keep the same level of compliance, taking into consideration the road risk, meaning a lot of people will take the same decisions to travel back almost on the same day, so we expect high traffic volumes on our roads. So that will call for just general patience and accommodation of other road users, as the slogan has it right, do the right thing and save lives. So we also anticipate, a lot of commuters that will travel back. It's again that pre-planning so that we are not stranded, that normally predispose the public transport industry to sometimes be under pressure, and therefore those avoidable incidents happen. So we would call on pre-planning to travel back safe to our destinations, and overall do the right thing and save lives. Slogan we should buy into.
Mr. Boois, thank you so much for talking to us this evening.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Sidney Boois, who is the Executive Officer of Transportation at the Roads Authority, speaking to us this evening. And definitely his message did go out there. You know it. Do the right thing and save lives. Don't go anywhere.